to a very special E-Squared short, a short version of the Entering Endgame podcast, baby. We are discussing nothing but the Mario movie tonight, and I am joined once again by my favorite co-host at this point, Fresh64 _. Welcome in, Fresh. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, actually. I've been anticipating this day for the longest time. And I've been waiting to do this all day. So
I know.
Very excited.
I did not introduce myself. I'm your host, Ashley Florida. It's amazing to be with you guys today. I'm a newer podcast host. I think this is my 11th episode of Entering Endgame. And this is going to be my first time ever doing an episode just on a movie. Now, obviously video game related, but I'm super excited. And I have to say that this whole episode was Fresh64 _'s idea. So thank you, Fresh, for thinking of this. And I am so majorly excited to dive into the movie with you right now.
I know. Me too. Like I said, when both of us been waiting to talk about this all day. It's like we finally get to share.
So I'm very excited. Take us through, Fresh. Let's start with our morning. Let's just dive right in.
Yes. So all right. This is we'd originally planned to do a later showing. And by later, it's still kind of early. I guess to some, it depends. I'm just let me know your favorite time to go to the movies. My favorite time is go in the morning. First showing, bright and early. This one in particular was a little earlier.
Yeah.
We usually plan to go, I think around 11.
11:30 we were supposed to go.
Noticed, 11:30. So then I noticed they opened up more showtimes. The showtime we decided to go. I decided to go.
Yeah, we
was 8:55 in the a.m.
A.m. Early.
In the a.m. Early. When we parked and got there, the worker was unlocking the door.
Literally, as we walked up.
Some of the lights were still down in the concessions. It was early.
I felt like I don't know, like an old lady, outside the store, like early bird special, yeah. I feel like it literally was the parking lot was empty. There was 2 other cars when we got there this morning.
It was super empty. It was the one worker that opened up the place, and then the one other person that was also going into the movies to see Mario.
And honestly, that other person she was this older lady, and she went and she got her Yoshi popcorn bucket, same one that you have in the background there. She was so adorable. She was hugging onto it. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be her friend. She was so cute.
I felt the bond.
I felt the bond. I want to tell you guys too that Fresh and I did take the day off from work today to go and see the Mario movie. So very smart.
Jazzed.
You were what?
I was jazzed.
Oh, you were jazzed. Word often.
That's the first time I used that word. I was jazzed.
Oh my god.
Speaking of concessions, so we got there bright and early, 8:55 showtime. I also got the cup. The Mario Galaxy cup.
Ooh.
It has all the amazing characters on it.
Show it. Still got some Diet Coke in there.
No, I poured that out. So, yes.
They were
early
sold
showtime,
out of
we still got the Diet Coke.
They were sold out of a lot when we got there today. The merch.
Luma bucket, a few of the other accessories, like some Luma keychains. They restocked the Yoshi buckets. I think the Yoshi buckets have been selling out all over.
I'm new to this whole world of people collecting popcorn buckets. And now I've been in your community for a bit. Big thing. You're a big collector of popcorn buckets. Now I'm seeing this is a really big market. So it's such a big deal. It is, I guess. It's when people collect shoes or sneakers and stuff like that. There's a popcorn bucket market out there, and a lot of big fans, and you lead them all.
Oh yeah, I'm one of them. Yeah. I'm one of the degens. But yeah, so I had the bucket, I had the cup. I wanted there's a separate bucket, it's just a standard type of popcorn bucket. I maybe want to get that. And a blanket. I forgot the blanket.
Oh, the blanket is so cute.
I'm gonna get the blanket.
Yeah, super cute. All right, so our movie started at 8:55 a.m.
Bright and early. Got there on time. Theater was fairly empty. pretty empty.
Fairly? There was 3 other people there.
There's 3 other people. They all had, I don't remember the lady, but the other 2 guys had Mario merch on, Mario shirts. One other guy had the bucket, and we were all ready to go.
Yeah.
Right. It was early, yeah. I think that was the biggest screen they had in that auditorium. That's
Wow.
the big theater. Also, just say like normally, it's like a standard movie theater, but the Mario movie, when I checked the show times, there were so many show times. They were
Really?
like stacked. Yeah, the whole theater is just Mario.
They're anticipating. I should take a look like this week and see how many people like actually have bought up all those tickets, because I mean it's going to be huge. It's going to be.
I think
huge.
it's projected already to pass the previous high of April, which was the first Mario movie.
Wow.
I think it's around like the 35, 36 million for opening day.
Okay.
It'll probably be the biggest opening of the year, except for maybe, I don't know, maybe Spider-Man or Avengers, maybe. I'm guessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Big movie.
So over now, this is the non-spoiler portion of the podcast right now. So we're gonna just talk in general, like how we felt about the movie, and a couple other tidbits, and give our ratings before we dive into all that was the Mario movie, because boy did we have some thoughts. Now here's the thing too, him and I have actually, we were at the movie today. I went to his house earlier to stream with him. We played some of the Mario Wonder DLC. We have not, it is now our time, almost 9 p.m. We've been hanging out for over 12 hours on and off today, and we have not talked about the movie together. We have not talked about it. We saved the whole conversation for you guys, so I know it's very fresh. Excited.
Yeah, it'll be.
We have not said
champing at the bit
anything at all, and I have a lot of questions too, because there's a lot of games I haven't played that you have. So I'm just dying to get into this. Let's just talk about,
to start off.
Yeah.
Because like your experience with Mario, like I know you play a lot of Mario.
I do.
Like as a fan, like what's your level of fandom for Mario?
So, I mean, Mario is the first game I ever played in my life, first game I ever beat in my life. Mario 1, first game I ever played. SMB3, first game I ever beat. I have played I would say probably most of them, like the big console, like non 3D Mario games. I'm not gonna say I beat them all, but I've played a lot of them. I'm just now diving into the world of 3D Mario. I'm playing Sunshine right now, and I plan to play all the rest of them. But if you're like thinking Galaxies and Odyssey and stuff like that, I have never touched those games before. I will this year on my stream, but I mean, I love Mario. I've been playing Mario since I can remember, and I have a lot of games like that I really want to dive into in the series. But like, I watched the show, the first movie, the original Mario movie back in the 90s, like. I started my stream career playing Mario. So
very cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I know you're playing through the 3D Mario. So like once you start playing them, and you see some of the references, a lot of the references that we get into later.
Yeah. Really cool. And I have some questions, I'm sure, that are just going to be like my own, not knowing from not playing those games.
Yeah. Very cool.
That's why we have you.
Yeah. I'm the Mario expert.
Yep. That's for sure. What about you? Your history with Mario?
I'm kind of the same way. I grew up on the NES, Mario Brothers 1. That was like my introduction to video games, and
same.
I've been in love ever since. Played through all 2D Marios, played through all the 3D Marios, like 100% at them all. Like Mario is my favorite, like IP favorite character. Like
show off the sweater.
As you can
show
see,
off the sweater.
You get the Frog Mario sweatshirt. So awesome. Yeah, I love Mario. If I had to pick one character, one game, it would definitely be Mario. Like I'm just a huge fan.
That's awesome.
So like, kind of saying I grew up with the '90s TV show. It is what I enjoyed it as a kid. The '90s movie, controversial. That looking back on it, like I can enjoy now, but
yeah,
I feel like it's cool now. It's like we're getting these animated movies. I guess for the younger, I enjoy them now as an adult, but like the younger generation gets some like quality, fun movies.
Yeah. Cool. Speaking of which, like the first thing I kind of want to even mention in the Mario movie itself is, as an overview, it's just the visuals in general. Like the movie was just so visually stunning from the first moment that the first picture that you saw on the screen was just so gorgeous, so crispy. I didn't, there's been like a lot of controversy since the first Mario movie. Like they gave Mario no butt and the way his mustache looked and stuff like that. I had no qualms with this movie at all. I just thought everything was stunning from beginning to end. And for people who are like saying things like, this is again no spoiler, but saying, oh, a movie like this, oh, it has no plot. What do you mean? It's a Mario movie. It's superhero guy, I'm not going there to have like the most incredible story I ever heard and most amazing script. Like I want to see action, I want to see beautiful visuals, and I want to see Mario. And as a fan in that way, I left the theater happy.
Very good. I'm the same way. Visually, I agree. This movie was like stunning.
Yeah.
Especially when you get into some of those shots where they're in space and Rosalina and the galaxy stuff is like, man, it really on the big like I always talk about I love going to the theater just because you can't replicate the screen,
Sure.
the visuals, the music, and just seeing it on the big screen is like, man, it was like just some of the most beautiful animation, I would say, for sure. It's up there with some of the like Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, some of the Pixar stuff. Just visually, it looks stunning, amazing.
It was gorgeous. Every moment, I was in awe the entire movie from the start to the end. With how
yeah, for sure.
I know we have to touch on the music, and it's like how long I could talk about the music. I could just do a whole episode on just how incredible that it was. But what I will say is, if you loved the first Mario movie and you were so impressed that every little nuance, every sound effect, everything was tied into a Mario song that you knew, you will certainly not be disappointed when you watch this movie.
Number of tracks that were like dropped and like some pretty deep cuts in there, because there's some like, oh, I know that song, I'm trying to remember like what game it's from, but the deep cuts, like you said, just all kinds. You know what my favorite thing also the Mario is with the music is the little like even like a little 5-second 10-second little couple plucks of the string, a little
yes,
couple keys on the piano, just a little note here and there is like, whoa, like the attention to detail, and just like throughout the whole movie, it was just either you get the full song with the orchestra, or just like little hints and trickles here of Mario music, and the sound effects was like, man, they were on point with the music.
It's like every second, like no matter what is happening, there is some kind of an Easter egg, not on your screen, but in the sound effects and the music as well. Because everything from sound effects to like just little bits of like a tiny moment of music, it's all tied into nostalgic Mario. And I mean, you could be finding things forever. I found that the same with the first movie as well.
Very good, yeah. I didn't seem to tie in the music, like audio-wise. I thought the voice cast, returning and new, did an amazing job. And we'll get to some of that later on, a little deeper with the characters, especially the new ones. But I thought the voice cast did a very good job as well.
I was majorly impressed with the voice acting in this. Like there were some names I was like, I just don't quite understand that casting. But I mean, I had a blast. I was just delighted every moment that I was watching this movie. There was not one. It's so funny when I go to a movie, sometimes I find myself like, ADD and stuff like that. I find myself like, how long have I been watching this movie? Okay, so it's 2 hours. Yeah. So I have like 30 minutes left. I didn't have that thought a single time this morning. Not once.
Yeah. I thought the pacing and flow was actually pretty good. Compared to the first one, this one was definitely much faster paced, pretty constant action going through it. And I was kind of the same way, that I was just like, oh man, I was kind of locked in, focused in. Like you said, sometimes depending on the movie and the story, it's like you kind of get a little like, oh, is it almost over? Like how far is it? But this one, like I was like, oh yeah. I think with the quick pacing, it kept it moving pretty good.
That's a good point.
What I will say with the funny thing, it sounds so cheesy, I know, but it's true. Like this movie is just such a like fun, happy, like just super cool movie to where like there were some times where like I was just like smiling.
Yeah.
It's so dumb when you say like, oh yeah, you're just smiling at the theater, like you're excited, but it really was like, especially like at the beginning, I was like, I couldn't help just like smiling, like, oh man, I can't
Me
wait to
too.
see like what's gonna happen next. So that was like my general feeling with like just the pacing, the structure, the action was very good. So
It's so nice to like have those moments where you feel like a kid again, and you hear all the little sounds
absolutely,
and it takes
yeah.
you right back. I love stuff like this. Like I get, not to digress too much, but like I love, there's a lot of games I like that are shooters and like all different, like very complex puzzle games and stuff. But man, do I just love like running and jumping with Mario. Like it just makes me happy.
I know, yeah. Sometimes that's all you need. So keep it simple.
So I have a question for you because this is
Yes.
definitely a yes for me. Was there any character and with this is completely without going deep into any spoilers? Was there any character in the movie that was already revealed that during your watch, maybe it was not normally like your favorite Nintendo character, but you just fell in love with them in the movie?
That's a great question, actually. I would say so. You want me to name the character?
Yeah.
Honestly, like Bowser Jr.
Oh, that's a good
like,
one.
like I'm not even he's just kind of whatever character. But
Yeah.
like the more I watched him, like they got the more you get to see him as a character. Like I said, and we'll get into like how whatever deep and complex the story and the characters are.
Sure.
But like the little bits we got, I thought were like, oh, that's kind of I enjoyed watching his part of the movie, or see him throughout the movie.
Nice.
What about you?
So for me, I'm gonna say Rosalina. And the reason is
Okay.
I never connected with her because I've played like games that like have her as part of the game, like a Mario Party or a Smash or whatever. But
Mhm.
I've never played her games. Like I don't know much about her. So I never cared too much about Rosalina at all. But like just by the end of the movie, I am so excited to play the Galaxy games now because I get to like experience it a bit more. So yeah.
She was a good one. Yeah, she's up there too. I think, like I said, the new characters were just. I thought they did a good job incorporating new characters, how they fit into the movie as a whole. I think they did a really good job.
Also, Yoshi
Oh,
was just the most lovable, wonderful character, and I was obsessed.
I loved. Yeah, I was about to say because a gush about, but like, we could talk about like our favorite characters. Was he your favorite character in the movie?
I think it's a tie for me as far as favorite character goes between Yoshi and Peach. I thought Peach was just
Okay.
so awesome. This movie, like, she was great the first one, but this one, she was so particularly like, I don't want to say too much in this part, but
Yeah.
she was so, ooh, I was just gonna say wonderful. She was so wonderful.
Yeah.
But Yoshi, I fell in love with. Just absolutely like a joy to watch every Yoshi moment on the screen.
I agree. I agree. Yoshi for sure. Like the perfect addition to like they teased them in the first one.
Yeah,
I just let him try to like spoiler. They teased him at then
right.
he wasn't in the first, but yeah. But yeah, and just to see him in action, I know a lot of people were worried like, how's he gonna look? How's he gonna talk? Are they gonna make him talk? Blah blah. But overall, like, oh my, I was like, he was the most adorable, just little dinosaur. Like they did such a good job nailing him. And then my other favorite character, I look Fox McCloud, Star
Oh,
Fox.
yeah.
Oh my god, like he was just, he was awesome.
He was so
Honestly, just
cool. Like, he
just a
was
cool and like
witty,
perfect.
funny, like, just what a
Yeah, like
great
they
addition to
nailed
this
it
movie.
for sure. And then, like I said, funny thing, like both new characters, the casting on both was like perfect, like just the perfect
Perfection.
casting.
I could
The
not
funny thing is like,
go
oh,
ahead.
you good. I say the perfect thing. Like the funny thing is, I know they've been doing like interviews, especially with like Miyamoto and some of
Yeah.
the other actors, but to where they both reached out to Nintendo or Illumination to that they wanted to be in the movie, like they wanted to be cast.
Wow.
Especially Glenn Powell talked like he wanted to make a standalone Fox movie, Star Fox movie. So to see these actors that are like passionate about the project, passionate about the characters, I think it's really cool, really fun.
Me too. Me too.
So
Well, we're dying to get into the deep stuff, so I think that we'll go around the room and give our overall score rating. If you want to hear a little bit more about why we give that score, stick around for the spoiler cast. I'll start with you, Fresh.
Okay. Overall, on a rating scale up to 10, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. As a diehard Mario fan, like so take that with how you want to take it. If you are a Mario fan, I think you will definitely enjoy this movie. Just a fun time from beginning to start. Great action, great visuals, great music. Just so many Easter eggs, so many just references. Like just a fun good time. Like you'll have a good time with it. So
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
Awesome.
What about you? What is your official rating?
My official rating is a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10 is my official rating of the Mario movie.
Wow.
I give it that because I was not bored a single moment. I was excited the whole movie. I was happy at the ending, but yearning for more. And I just had a blast watching it. And I will 100% be going back to the theater before it comes out of theaters to see it again. So nothing else but a 9.5.
I'll probably see it at least 2 to 3 more times.
I will definitely.
The funny thing is, like this one, and kind of like the first one, like there's so many, like you said, there's so many things like you're looking at, like characters you trying to see, just references. You're just like, that's the fun part of watching this, more than once. Just trying to catch all the little Easter eggs and nods that you may have missed the first time, you can catch the second time. I think it'll be a fun rewatch.
Yeah, for sure. If we notice anything, maybe we'll have to hop back on and do another one.
All right.
All right, guys. So with that, we are going to pause here and hop over to the spoiler cast. But thank you guys who do not want spoilers for listening. And we will see you guys on the next episode.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. See you.
All right, spoiler people, are you ready for the deep dive into the Mario movie? Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so excited for this.
This part, I'm very excited. I was like, even as we're going through the first kind of general review, I was trying to be very careful. Like,
I know.
I don't want to say too much. Like, I don't want to, try to be careful because I don't want to ruin that experience where, you're watching it for the first time. And there are some pretty, I would say pretty awesome surprises. Because I know people were like, oh, you should have saved Fox McCloud for, why did you spoil that? But even then, I think there was some pretty awesome surprises left in for sure.
In case we did not make this clear, this part of the podcast will be full of movie spoilers. We'll be talking about everything from beginning to end. So if you do not want Mario movie spoilers, you are certainly in the wrong place. We will be taking a deep dive right now into the Mario movie. So for me, I have so many questions for you because I've never played the 3D Mario games, and there was times I was sitting there and I was seeing things I'll give an example, like a power up, and I was like, I don't know if that's actually a power up or if they made that for the movie, which which is crazy because I've played so much Mario, but I'm just I don't know. Is there anything you want that you're chomping at the bit to talk about that you want to start with, Fresh?
I'm gonna start with the opener.
Yeah.
Opening of the movie. I mean, I guess pre-opening of the movie. Just a little cute little Easter egg and nod. When they're setting up the Illumination title screen, there was a nice, cute little Donkey Kong reference with the little and the little minions are doing their little, and you had the hammer. I thought that was a really cute and adorable.
What a great way to start the movie. That was so awesome. Familiar sound for everybody. All the old people in the house definitely got excited for that.
Yeah, because the only thing with the first movie, I want to say they did a little Mario Kart title screen for Illumination. So I thought this was cool. Donkey Kong, he was in the first movie. We'll talk about, was he in this one? I don't know.
I have something to say about it too.
Yeah. So, but I want to start with just the opening movie. We started off right away. Introduction to Rosalina. She's in her castle on her interstellar base with all the Lumas. We got a little
Yeah.
first introduction to Lumas. What are your thoughts on the little cute little Lumas at
Okay,
the beginning?
so I was shocked because I did not know that they consider her their mom. So when they were like, "Oh, mom," I was like, "Wait, what?" So that was like the first thing that made
Yeah,
me fall in love with Rosalina because like it reminds
she is the
it.
mother.
She's the mom. Like I don't have
Yeah.
kids, but like I love animals so much. So like I would love to have like 50 puppies, like how she has like 50 Lumas. But I just thought that was super sweet, like the whole dynamic of like her like being a mother to them and them
Right, to
saying
these
mom. I
Lumas.
had no idea that that was a thing.
Yeah, so that was cute. We get an introduction to the Lumas, introduction to Rosalina, and then we get I think what we saw in one of the trailers early on. Mega Legs from Galaxy,
Yeah.
powered by Bowser Jr. We get the big action sequence. And I know we talked about this earlier on the general review. Just the visuals were like beautiful. Like her kind of the stardust, the thing, the wand
Mhm.
waving, just like all the little dust going through the
Yes, like the
air. It's
whole
like, oh my
galaxy,
god, it looks
all
so
the
nice. Yeah.
colors, like the spinning space when it first started. And it's so funny you mentioned the wand because I just thought that was so beautiful. Like when it would like appear, disappear, like all the pink sparkles, like
Yeah,
little
yeah.
details like that. Like everything sparkled and shined, and there was not a pixel in that movie that was not thought about in intense detail.
Oh yeah, they put in so much attention detail, like the love that it went, so you could tell they're fans. It was
Yeah,
like, oh,
I was
chef's
happy.
kiss. Looked amazing. And then that kind of kicked off the story for this one, which I'm actually interested to talk about. I was so ready to talk about this. The setup to this story is Rosalina gets captured by Bowser Jr., and that's kind of the setup for the story. They have to, Rosalina's captured, they must save Rosalina.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on kind of that as the main like plot point of the movie?
I thought, I mean, it set up so fast. Like it was just instant. Like, oh my god, princess was stolen right away.
Right.
There was no waiting, so you were already like just like into the story right from the first moment. So I was super involved in the story from the first moment for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was I mean, it's we talked about it earlier, kind of just like people looking for like a very want more out of this Mario movie story, but
If
it's
you
kind of
thought
I mean it's typical. It's kind of like the video game, princess captured, Mario has to save princess, which is I think is I mean it's I think it works with the movie.
it does work with
I
the
feel like if
movie, but I just
especially like with the game.
yeah, I just don't get
Like
the people who like thought they were gonna get like the depart. I've never seen the Departed. I don't know why that's the first thing I thought of, but the Departed in like a Mario movie, you're not gonna get some crazy like in depth plot that's gonna change your life. I didn't want to say this in the prior, but it's exactly what you said. Mario's gonna rescue the princess every time. It's what you go for, baby. And I
yeah.
like it started off with a bang. I was ready, action right away. And also, like, she got to show off, like, that she, like, fended off the what was the
Oh yeah,
robot's name?
yeah. Megaleg.
Megaleg. So she got to fend that off, show off all her little powers at first, and then, you know,
Yeah, then
there's a whole
she
UFO against her, poor girl.
I like that she sacrificed her, yeah, sacrificed herself to save her, her Lumas, her
Her
babies.
babies.
Oh, but the yellow Luma did get captured with
Yes.
her special baby, which
Aw.
is her Luma the yellow Luma in the
It
game.
reminded me of Twink from Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, yeah, her faithful companion,
Yeah.
or her Luma is her faithful companion, her baby. Very cute.
Yeah.
So that's our first introduction to Rosalina. We then jump to Mario Luigi, who are in again. This is also in one of the trailers. They're in the Odyssey Tostarena in the desert on the dirt bikes. Just super cool, fun
That
little action
was
scene.
so unnecessary, but necessary in at the same time because it was really just kind of like a scene that was meant to look like badass and
Yeah,
like I
I
just
think there were some flexes in this, like just flexing their
visuals.
animators.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was one of them for sure. Like I said, was it needed? Probably not, but it was a nice little just action, short little action sequence to get them to where they needed to
Really
go.
cool way to bring the boys in for the movie. Like on motorcycles in the desert, sunglasses, like
Oh
on a
yeah, they look
mission.
just so cool. So yeah, doing their little cool little Mario Kart. They already did the Mario Kart stuff in the first one, so I was like, oh, they're
Yeah.
not gonna do another Mario. They can't do it. So we got them on the carts, on the bikes. Set up to where, like I said, the Yoshi's set up. Introduction to Yoshi. They're in Tostarena. I forget the name of the little skull,
I was
little
gonna
Hispanic
ask
cultured
you.
skulls.
I
They're
was gonna
in
ask
Odyssey. This is
you. Oh, okay.
Odyssey.
Those are from
Yeah.
a game. Okay, I didn't know if it was just like, oh, we have little
Yeah.
sugar skull
This whole
people.
section
That's
is
cool.
Odyssey.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is Odyssey. It's called Tostarena. It's like a desert. Like the little skeletons, the kind of Hispanic looking,
Yeah.
clothes and outfits and stuff. Um, something in the pipe. They need the plumber. Something's in the pipe. And lo and behold, the brothers go in there, and we get our introduction to Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Oh my god!
gosh.
We were just talking about. I know we were talking about earlier. One of our favorite. We both loved Yoshi.
We didn't. By the way, we have not talked about this since the podcast. Like I didn't know you loved Yoshi too. I had no idea. So I'm assuming maybe everyone's gonna feel the same way. But like, I think I was scared he was gonna be annoying. I was scared he's gonna be like super annoying.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I want a Yoshi plush. Like I need Yoshi in my life forever. I'm obsessed.
Perfect. You know what I think? I was also worried. Like, are they gonna I don't know if use Yoshi in the movie. I guess I was worried. I'm so glad they did not voice him.
Me too.
It was like, I think this was the perfect choice to just give him Yoshi and his little sounds.
I say give it the Pokemon treatment because how Pokemon always just say their name for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think it was the perfect choice not to have it. It would have been weird if he talks. No. It would have been weird.
Very weird. But can we talk like Donald Glover as he did like I know I say he's only saying Yoshi and his little noises, but man, the perfect pitch, tone, whatever you want, like just like the cutest little sounds and noises. Like it was
an easy character to mess up, in my opinion. Because if you're just saying one thing basically the whole time, it's a very easy character to mess up. No notes. Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, however you say, like GG, my friend. What an awesome job.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. It's just the cutest little character. Yoshi was adorable. Like, yeah, you want to squeeze him. Perfect. That leads us to the nice little how did you get here? Like, right. Do a quick little, how did you get here? And then this little cutscene, which I feel like some people maybe people get annoyed when they actual licensed music in these animated movies.
Oh my gosh!
But I thought this one just cracked me up because Yoshi came from New York. He was in Brooklyn, and they cued to "Hypnotize" by Biggie.
Oh my gosh! You and I both reacted out loud.
I thought it fit. I thought it was good. It was such
perfect.
The classic song. I thought it fit him just going through the little city. How did he get here? And it was just a quick little he's going through, causing some havoc, getting chased, and he hopped in a pipe, and that's how he ended up down there.
There he is. This is a little notorious VIG montage. It was awesome. I think nothing else fit there. Nothing else was more perfect than that.
I like that better than in the first movie with the Beastie Boys.
Oh yeah.
What was that 80s band with during where they go to the Donkey Kong area? It's another popular 80s like Wham or Ya or something. I forgot. I know. I'm sure somebody in the
maybe it was Wham.
Blank.
Yeah.
But I thought I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like the song. I thought it. I don't know. It's just great. Like I said, we both got a reaction out of us.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty funny.
I thought it was awesome. There's because you don't expect Biggie in a Nintendo movie.
I know.
But he was just strutting his stuff the whole time in it, and it just made weird sense.
Yeah, it strangely fit.
Yeah.
So that kind of gets us to where we're at. The big Star Festival at Peach's Castle at the Mushroom Kingdom. Everybody's having a party. We get to see Yoshi, Mario come back. Peach is sad, sitting off her castle, contemplating, thinking. And this is kind of a big point where Mario has a gift to give to Peach. And I saw you got a little pop out of you.
It did. When I saw the parasol, I was like, oh my god, Lord.
Very cute.
It just was so, I don't know. They give it that tiny bit of the Mario and Peach story to it, your little love story moment, and I don't know, I loved that.
I agree. This is where they're setting up. Okay, maybe they're gonna be more than friends.
Yeah.
Mario, has feelings for Peach. This is where they're kind of like teasing. Okay, we're gonna get into like. I feel like the games have gone away from romantic, and they're just kind of like friends. I like that the movie. Yeah, they're going back to okay, Mario. We want them to end up together, right?
We love a love story.
We want
Come
them to end up
on.
together. I know, yeah, it is cute.
Everybody
Yeah, so
wants
she
them
gets
together.
her infamous little parasol. Then we get a couple of cute little scenes with Yoshi coming through the town. And then it sets off our another plot point. The Luma escapes from earlier. Crash land. This is a big plot. The
Huge.
Crash lands on the Mushroom Kingdom and delivers the message. Rosalina, if she told the Luma, if you're ever to be in trouble, you know who to call. And I'm talking Ghostbusters. You gotta call Peach.
You're calling your girl, Princess Peach.
You gotta call Peach. And this kind of sets off like, oh, what's this dynamic with Peach?
Right.
She has
Why
like a
would
little
she be the one
moment
to
of
call?
like, yeah. And then we'll get there later. And then this is the interesting part with me, and I'm curious to see how you felt. They, they have the little deliberation. What do? We go find Rosalina. This is where they separate the group, and I think some people, I know it's a little bit
I want to
controversial.
talk
What are
about
your
this.
thoughts? And this is like a classic movie trope. Why, are we splitting the group up and going off into two adventures? Do we need to split up? What are your thoughts on them? Peach and Toad go on their own, and Mario, the rest of the crew are left behind trying to figure out what to do. What are your thoughts on splitting up the group?
So I feel like they kind of almost showed that Mario was consciously understanding that was going to happen because he kind of ushered everybody away for her, got all the toads to go away, and like saw that she was plotting and like that she was going to talk to Toad. I did know,
yeah.
And I think he was just kind of like, I'm gonna let you have this, girl, and like walked away. He's like, I'll take care of your stuff while you're gone, because Mario still isn't like established as like big, like I am Mario, you know what I mean? And I think, the good thing was they weren't separated for too long, but
right.
At first I was nervous that it was going to be like a completely separate movie, like, and we were going to see like Mario and Luigi in the castle for a very long time, and then they'd be separated. And I wasn't super mad at that, but I'm glad that they ended up all back together because, like, I just honestly, I just wanted to see Mario and Peach together the whole time.
Me too. And I was kind of the same with you. I know, like, with the structure of the first movie, Mario and Luigi separated, well, Luigi gets captured. They're kind of doing their own thing.
Right.
And then I thought with this one, similar, they separate the group. I'm kind of with you. Like, obviously, I want them to all be together, but I thought it gave them a good chance to kind of have their own moment separately and then to be reunited, at the end. Like I said, it wasn't for too long with the pacing of the movie, eventually, they got back together.
Sure.
So I wasn't too mad about that. But it did lead to like a cool sequence that I want to talk about. When Mario and the crew are left to hold down the fort, which they do a pretty good job. The little world map sequence.
Yeah.
Where they're going through the little world map. Like it's one of the old
like
school,
it's a levels
level
and stuff,
to level.
Like it's overworld. Yeah.
That was a cute little sequence. I wrote about that.
I loved that. That was so great. Was cool. They turned a lot of like the events in the game into like where it made it look like levels, and they had the same music playing when you'd hit the flag and stuff like that. So, I mean, they really like put so much effort into tying things in and like making there be references to the beginnings of Mario all the way through modern Mario. But that part especially.
That was cute. Yeah, I really love that. That was one time like I smiled like, oh, I think I made a little comment to you like, oh yeah, that got a little pop for me. My pops. But yeah, so they get left behind, and finally we get it. They bring in the villain from the first movie, Bowser, but he's still small Bowser,
tiny Bowser.
Very cute. So, go to
no, just like the voice, Tiny Bowser, like the voice to make him Tiny Bowser, like the voice pitch was so hysterical. And I loved that he had like a bro-ship with Luigi because I feel like we just like didn't get to see Luigi so much in the other movie. And I'm actually like, sorry everybody, I'm not in normal life a huge Luigi fan at all. I'm a big Mario person, but I think that like that banter like established me being like, oh, okay, like Luigi's a little cheeky in this one. Like, okay, I don't hate that. But
I
I thought
know.
that was cool, and I loved the scoff from Mario. Like their
Yes,
feud was adorable and hysterical.
I agree. I like that dynamic, like you said, Luigi kind of butting up and like wanting to give Bowser. He's always sticking up for Bowser, wanting to give him a chance. Like, come on, Mario. Like,
Yeah.
I think he's changed, and then Mario just
Oh
like, I
man.
can't stand this guy.
What a troll.
I think it added a really good dynamic.
Yeah, I do too. I do
Yeah,
too. What a great setup that was.
yeah. So yeah, they were kind of set up, like I said, them three. Bowser Jr. comes to the Mushroom Kingdom with Mario, and then classic Bowser Fashion Galaxy. You know, they suck the castle up.
Yep.
Luckily, Mario, Luigi, and Tiny Bowser escape because Bowser Jr. The other plot point is Bowser Jr. is trying to save his dad,
Right.
and I thought that added a cute little father son that we'll get to later. But I like that part of the story. I thought that was cute.
I liked it too. I thought it gave, a reason, it gave compassion behind the villain because it's really just a kid trying to please his dad. Like, aren't we all,
It was very cute. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it also got us to show like Bowser's side of like he loves his kid and even in his own like weird twisted way, like he wants his kid to do good and he's trying to help his
Succeed,
kid out.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's like doing it in the worst ways, like taking
Absolutely.
over the universe. But it added for a really fun little
True
father
Bowser
son moment.
fashion.
Yeah, and also like I said, when he is tiny, so in order to get back to his normal size, like with any Mario power up, and we'll see in the movie, you got to get hit. So like him, little kind of antagonizing Mario, trying to get him to swipe back or do something was pretty funny.
I loved that. And then he finally gives in.
He finally gives in. Bowser is back to his normal size, but Bowser is a changed man.
Right.
Koopa, question mark. And I made a little comment. Can we trust this guy?
You said that. You said, I don't know if I trust this guy.
And I feel like for the most part we could, as we'll get to later. But he gets back to his normal form. Bowser Jr. gets reunited with his dad.
Right.
Eventually. And that sets off the second half of the movie. To where, and I'm gonna get into my favorite part. And this is the part that I'm excited. So the separate back to Peach and Toad going to their own adventure, ending up on this. I forgot what the planet was, but the planet trying to find Rosalina. And I would say this is one of the cooler parts in the movie, where they set up the SMB2 section of the movie,
right?
Which I thought was awesome. I want to hear your thought. Like, what did you think of this movie when they get to I don't know, it was like a casino with like zero gravity type of situation.
I mean, the whole airport sequence was so cool. Like, just the way that they like paraded around like all the different characters and just like all the little callbacks and nostalgia and like little tiny characters that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah.
And when they got to the casino area, like in the secret, parts and whatever, and got to the whole like SMB2 crew, I was very excited. Like when we started to see like Birdo and Wart and all the bosses
Mouser.
and stuff like that. Yeah, like that was
and
really
Clogret.
cool. They had their own little section of
They had their moment.
the casino. I will say,
what's up?
I felt like their moment was very short lived.
I agree. I could see that. And they got handled pretty easily. Well, yeah, I could handle pretty easily by your girl.
She did. Peach kicked butt in that scene. I mean, she just kicked everybody's butt, including the Wart, the final boss of the whole game.
Yeah, I love
and
seeing
she
the
just did
little
it herself.
bubbles in the turnip. The little nods to the game.
Yeah,
the little bubbles. Birdo shooting the eggs, and then just like a pack of hordes of ninjas coming in, and she like said, took them all out. Used some of her, Smash Bros moves. That was very cool.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that was nice.
I will say though, I wish we got more Birdo. I wish we had a little more time with her. I wish we did because she seemed like so sassy and awesome. And
I know, yeah, you're right.
We did not get a lot of time with her at all.
Not a lot, yeah. But it was nice getting. Well, obviously they want to spend more time on certain property or certain games. So it was nice to see them. I feel like SMB2 is kind of that redheaded stepchild. They don't really reference call back to that, and I I was
Aw.
reading some of the interviews to where a lot of the team at Illumination wanted to bring in these characters. Um, and they pitched it, obviously. Nintendo, they obviously are very strict on what they want to do, but they were
Right.
cool about it. Like, obviously, yeah, bringing all these characters in war that we haven't seen in a very long time. Very cool.
I mean, they're obscure references at this point. Like,
Yeah,
they're
especially like
you.
Mouser, like maybe Wart, but like Mouser and Claw Grip, like I don't think I would say there's a majority of people do when they watch this movie, even like maybe Mario fans, casual Mario fans,
Yeah.
they play like Mario Party, Mario sports games, so like we'll
I
probably
mean,
won't
but
get the
in all those
reference.
games, who stood the test of time? Birdo.
Bird.
Birdo stood the test of time from SMB2. So I just thought maybe she'd
She,
have a
yeah, I know,
little
I
more
agree, I
moment in the
agree, I
sun,
agree.
but
I know, yeah.
I was happy to see her anyway.
Oh, I forgot. I have to go back just real quick.
Yeah.
Just the setup to get there. The little Kiki, the monkey,
Ah, little
stole Toad's
Kiki!
backpack, and that's how they get drawn into the Kiki the
What a
monkey.
little jerk. Oh my gosh, that was
He
so
got to. She
funny.
was. I was like, oh, you little punk.
Ooh.
Stole Toad's backpack.
The little fake
That was a
out.
funny setup.
The little fake out. Oh my god, so funny.
um, and that kind of leads us into like I'm gonna jump into the coolest section. Well, before that, we get introduced to Rob the robot. Nice little Rob the robot
Rob!
reference.
One of my favorite parts of the movie was just Rob.
I know the sequence is
Yes.
slow. Oh, and he's like slowly turning, and then he stops. He has to come back. That was cute. That was very funny.
I loved that. One of my favorite parts of the
Very
movie.
funny. I know that was good. I said the deep cuts, the Rob the robot, and he guides them to go to this place. Somebody there, the airport, whatever. Somebody there guides you, and then we get another nice little Easter egg. I appreciated when I saw the little tiny ship when the Pikmin,
Oh yes,
Miyamoto's babies, the Pikmins landed. I
they
thought that was
sure
cute.
did.
I love seeing the Pikmin.
Miyamoto had to give his Pikmin of 8-second cameo in his big Mario movie because
I know.
he has to shove
He
them
loves
down
the
your
Pikmins.
throat.
Put them everywhere. You might see them in a Zelda movie. You never know.
Oh my god, if they put Pikmin in my Zelda movie, I'll be so pissed.
He said he wants them in everywhere. You can figure it out.
Whatever, dude.
That's the one rule I think of. Like he doesn't like the properties like overlapping and crossing, but he says Pikmin is like the one exception where they can be anywhere. That would be hilarious.
Pikmin will never
Somewhere
get
in
their
the
own
background
movie, so he's got to
crawling.
shove it in every other one.
Maybe like a Minish Cap reference. Minish. But this sets up my favorite part of the movie. I would say.
Yeah.
About the end. But we see the man, the myth, the fox, the myth, the legend.
The fox, the myth, the legend.
I wanted to talk about this scene so bad, and this is when I had to control myself. I popped off, quiet pop off in the movie.
Oh, I heard you because you looked over me and you were like, Fox McCloud. I was like, before we saw him, you knew. So like, how did you know?
Yeah, I saw the ship, and then we see it. Oh man, he looks so good in this movie. But the introduction to Fox McCloud, I know this is family friendly. I was about to cuss.
This is
introduction.
YouTube. This is YouTube. You can cuss on this one. It's all right.
The introduction sequence of Fox McCloud in the animation style they did, where they did he has his own little, I don't know, what it's like 30 seconds, maybe 30, 40
like a
seconds.
montage kind of thing. Yeah.
Of like who he is, his crew. You see Slippy and all the characters, but the art, they switched up the animation style. It was like this. It wasn't like it was digital, but it was like the coolest art style, like anime looking art style.
Yes, it was anime looking.
As soon as I thought, the first thing I said was, we need a Star Fox movie. This art style is the Star Fox. Yep. That's what we need.
Can you imagine?
It's beautiful. The most beautiful animation style was that anime looking style in Star Fox.
Gorgeous.
It looks so cool.
They'll never give us a full movie like that, but man, if they did, that'd be super sick.
I just feel like what they did with Donkey Kong. Like, I don't think anybody expected really a Donkey Kong game, and they did announce a Donkey Kong movie. He's getting his own part in the park. So I feel like if you're introducing this character, like, I feel like it would be. It's very random that it would just be a kind of one-off throwaway.
There's
considering
no
he had a
way.
pretty large part in the movie.
He did. He was a very important part of the movie, and I don't think that they're going to mix IPs like that for nothing.
No,
I mean, I
yeah.
do think in the future we'll
Like
get a
this much
Smash.
shine
Hmm?
for Star Fox and not get his own movie, or even again, the rumors are we talked about on the podcast already. Plug for the podcast.
Right.
We talked about the rumor about him getting Star Fox getting a game coming up.
I think that
Like
he
following
will.
the suit of.
I think he
Give it to me
will.
in that art style, though. Give it to me in that art style.
I don't think they'll do that, but if they did, it would be incredible because that whole sequence was so gorgeous. But
Amazing.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
Glen
mean,
Powell.
I'd be very happy if they gave us a Star Fox movie. I think he deserves his own movie, and I could see them making new games with him and stuff, and him being a very lovable household name again. But I fear it may be setting up the Smash movie more so.
I think down the road. It'll be a while. I think it'll be a while.
Yeah.
But I will say this: he was my favorite character in the movie.
I loved him.
Fox McCloud.
I didn't think I
He was
would have. I thought he'd be
perfect.
too arrogant, and I think he was just the perfect balance of like good guy plus arrogant guy.
A little arrogance,
Yeah.
little cockiness. He had that swag to him.
Yep, very much so.
He looked good. The way they kind of, DK got his redesign. Fox looked good.
I was very happy with every scene that he was in, and I didn't think I would be, but I liked him.
And I love Glen Powell as the voice. I'm a big Glen Powell fan. So I thought that like perfect casting. And the fact that he like also going back to like getting his own movie, the fact that he was like going in talking about I want to voice this character. He needs his own movie. So like especially with
spoilers.
His name power. I know the name of Glen Powell is he's a movie star. Big Top Gun, Running Man, like he's putting
Spy Kids
big
3D.
movies out there. Spy Kids 3D. Never forget. So he was my favorite character. Him and Yoshi were like the two new characters. They were awesome. He was awesome. And this is what I also want to get into. I think maybe a controversial part of the movie for some fans. This is the Mario Galaxy movie. I feel like we got more Star Fox than Rosalina. And I wanted to talk about this earlier, bring it up, but I have to talk about it now because now we see Fox.
Sure.
Rosalina did not get a ton of screen time. Did you feel?
I feel like, I mean, I don't want to sound like a hater, but I feel like I think she got plenty. She's the captured princess, like if you think about, sorry to make a Zelda reference, you think about Ocarina of Time, how many times you see Zelda in that movie, you don't, but she's the main character. And I think it's the same here, like, that she's in the Galaxy universe, and as the Galaxy like movie, she's the princess who's captured. So I think like we've set up a lot of lore here and stuff in this movie for future stuff, but I personally was not mad at how much screen time that she got. I think that I totally get why there wasn't tons. I think that her screen time when she was on was so profound that I wasn't feeling lacking, but I get how people would feel that way.
Yeah. I thought that's a talking point. Some people were a few people were like, it was the Galaxy movie. Rosalina wasn't in that much. Would have liked her more, which I can understand if your favorite character wasn't in the movie a lot.
Yeah.
But like you said, like quality over quantity. She didn't have a ton of scenes, but the scenes they were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
She had a little big beginning, a little bit in the middle, and then at the end,
right,
big moment at the end that we'll get to. So okay, that was just like when I was curious to see how you felt about that. I was watching the movie and seeing some discourse online. As you know, is always very positive.
Oh yeah.
Fox McCloud had this super cool character. He got his moment in the sun. He got a chance to shine, and it's super cool. Super cool. And that kind of leads us to, like I said, we go through again these split sequences. Mario, Luigi, Bowser going on their way. I forgot to mention the one little highlight, and we'll get to in a second. They get to the Honey Hive Galaxy. They need to get to the Honey Hive Galaxy. Very popular galaxy in the Mario Galaxy games.
Oh, okay.
And we get the Queen Bee. Yeah, so that whole section was there's the Honey Hive Galaxy in the game. Queen Bee, she has a little moment. And that's like how Bowser gets taken off. But my one little complaint is there is a honey bee power-up that I'm shocked that we did not get in the game or in the movie. I
did not know.
And we'll talk about a power-up later.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a honeybee power-up in the game.
Oh.
Cute little bee. So I'm like, how you go to the Honey Hive Galaxy, and Mario doesn't turn into a bee, even for like just a
They
little quick
just
little
the merch
like
alone they could have done with that.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, even if they put it for 1 second, you could have had B Mario everything.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Missed opportunity for sure. I
Yeah.
did love in that whole scene, like the banter between Bowser and the Queen Bee.
Oh yeah, there was some good little Bowser, little comedic timing there.
I was shocked there
I
because
mean,
that's where Bowser like gave like he said take me instead.
oh yes, there.
That
Thanks
was
for
such
bringing
a
that up.
huge good guy.
Yes,
That was like the pivotal good guy almost like twinkle in his eye moment for me when
yes,
I was
he
like, "Oh my
sacrificed
gosh."
himself.
He like
Yes, you're right.
involuntarily, nobody even he just offered it right up.
I know, yeah, and that's what I was like. Oh, maybe he's. I was kind of like, oh, you know what, Bowser isn't such a bad guy.
Yeah.
I kind of like this guy, and his little cute little banter with the bees. Or like, oh, is there somebody you love? Like, is somebody back home that you love? And
Yeah.
this is really funny.
Very cute.
But yeah, you're right. He did sacrifice him. I think, and we'll get later where the conflict between Bowser runs into Mario, Fox, and them, and Bowser's like, no, like they're changed, like they're my friends now,
Yeah.
and then Junior's like, no, what are you talking about? And this will set up. All right, I won't kill them, but I have the gun,
The
the like the zapper. He
gun.
brings out the zapper, and he zaps Mario, Luigi, and they turn into the baby form, and they crash land on the T-Rex planet,
I
which
loved
is a
that
cute little
whole
what is it
scene. Oh
sequence?
my gosh. I thought that the babies were going to annoy me. Um and I found the whole thing hysterical.
It
It's
was very
like
cute.
your stereotypical like baby in Looney Tunes crosses the street and every bajillion obstacle misses them by a hair kind of situation.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah, you're exactly.
but
It's
the
it was cute.
T-Rex super cute, and then at the end, oh my gosh, I was surprised they didn't have the secret T-Rex more in the movie after, because Peach, even I think it was Peach, made a little comment about how they kept adding dinos, like,
Oh
and
yeah,
because
yeah,
they had
yeah.
the baby T-Rex, and then he's just gone. And I was like, oh, okay, bye.
I know, yeah, yeah. He had a little moment in the sun. The T-Rex is from Odyssey, the big
Yeah,
T-Rex.
yep, I did know
That
that.
was
I
the
did know
Odyssey
that. That's so
reference.
cool.
Yeah, that was a cute little sequence. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Definitely was worried. Yeah, it might be a little annoying. They overstayed their welcome, but I think they kept it the perfect amount. They had the little setup with the T-Rex, and then they get
Yeah,
changed back into their regular forms.
I
Very cute
agree.
section for sure. Nice little nod to like Yoshi's Island. Yoshi having to
Yeah,
take care of the babies. I thought that was cool.
really cute.
And then as we're getting here slowly towards the final section of the movie, they all get reunited eventually. And then there was this is where they kind of tease and they kind of, or it's teased, this kind of implied that Peach, as we get to the big plot point, or the big twist, whatever you want to call it, that Peach must save Rosalina, and and Peach are sisters. This is the big moment in the movie, story wise,
I
lore wise.
So as someone who hasn't played all the games, when that scene happened in the movie, I wasn't sure if there was just lore that I didn't know and that it was known that Peach and Rosalina were sisters, but I felt from context clues, like just from how profound that moment felt in the movie, I was like, no, that had to be a huge reveal. That had to be,
Yeah,
because it felt like a huge reveal. And I thought, like, I don't know, like if you asked me how would I rate, like, you know, the big reveal moment, like did I think it was worth like all the like build up and the hype, I would say yeah, because I think like they I hate to say this because I don't want to sound like everybody who like complains about Nintendo, but I feel like in this particular instance of this movie, they did give away a lot in the trailers and in the directs and stuff like that. Like there was characters that they made you excited about that had like 5 seconds of screen time. And
right.
you know, so like I just there were moments like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just overall, I just thought it was incredible.
I agree. I think it was such a sweet and like I think cute lore. Like people kind of speculated that maybe they were sisters or some related in some way, right? And they kind of teased it in the first movie when Peach is like, oh, there's so many galaxies out there, and
Right.
they kind of touched on like, how did you get here? She went through some pipe, and so they kind of left some like a breadcrumb trail, like, oh, maybe obviously I'm assuming they already had stuff in mind for the sequel, like this is gonna be a story told. So yeah, I think I think it works well for the context of the movie, to where they can kind of set up this, like I said, Rosalina, she didn't really have a whole lot of time. She can come back and they can do some cool interactions with Peach and the whole crew. And then, like I said, later there will be something we'll talk about with more more of the characters. And I want to get into a little sequence here where everybody's reunited. Mario, he's reunited with his love, his secret love, Peach. He loves her.
Yeah.
And he just can't. He doesn't know how to. He has no riz. He has no game with the kids.
He really doesn't. He really doesn't. He had some rough moments with her.
I know. He's nervous. I get it. Like, I understand. He's nervous. Like, he doesn't know how to come forward. Is he a friend? The handshake. Remember the handshake?
Like, the handshake. Oh my
god. I felt so bad for him. Like, the hug was right there.
You had like an audible moment in that.
I know. It's like, dude, the hug was there. What do you do to a handshake? And he kind of played it off. But one of the things that I did notice, and I think kind of made a comment to you, was Luigi was Luigi made a little comment when you're trying to find his love, where Luigi kind of said, "Oh, you're finding your love. Like, oh, maybe one day I'll find mine, or is there something for me?"
I kind of noticed that.
I know what they're doing.
I know what you're about to do.
So we'll leave that there.
Interesting.
And then, so now we'll get into the final kind of end sequence of the movie. They go on. It's the final battle. They get together. But we didn't talk about it. Star Fox's ship goes down. They have to fix his ship, and then fix ship, come back. The final sequence. I know you were very excited for this part, which is the Peach and Mario have to go into this like 2D section, this final like gauntlet, and then Bowser Jr. on his little screen, which is one of my favorite parts, was seeing the little 2D 8-bit style, kind of building things as they go. Tell me kind of how you felt about that part?
So
what are your thoughts of that? That was a cool section.
Like the part where he's like monitoring them on his security system, right? And the whole time, all I kept thinking was, this looks a lot like Mario Maker. This looks a lot like Mario Maker the whole time. And it scares me because what if they make another freaking Mario Maker?
I know.
It was great. So good. It was so cool. What a cool thing to like, they kept having these parts where they like went back and forth between like pixel like animation stuff and then like the regular animation in the movie. And yeah, I just him like making all the blocks and everything was a super cool like almost nod to Mario Maker.
And then we get the money shot. I think we both reacted where all the bob-bombs blow up. Mario gets Peach's parasol. They float up.
Oh, that was so cool. Going.
They land, hit the pose.
Yep.
The money shot.
And then
we both popped at that one.
We did. That was awesome. What a badass shot that was. All the fire all around them when they just like hit the pose. So cool. Love that.
And then they set up the final battle. They get on the old school bridge, Mario SMB1 bridge. And the Bowser comes in with the axes. They're on the bridge ready to fight. And this is what I told you. I don't know if you heard me. And then spoiler, I was like, I see Bowser on the bridge. Oh, he's going in the lava, and we're getting dry Bowser. I was like, instantly knew we're getting the dry Bowser.
I actually wrote this down because I wanted to make sure, like, because you called Fox McCloud right before he came on screen. And on this part, by the way, I found this part extremely profound. That whole scene on the bridge, like the whole time, all I kept thinking was, this is literally, they're showing you in good animation what it was supposed to like represent in SMB1 when you beat a Bowser level in a castle. Like, and then they actually did, like, they jumped over him and like touched the axe and the whole thing. Just like at the end, I was freaking out at that part. Like, absolutely was just like, oh, it just like tickled me and like the nostalgia. But then right there, you were like, because he was about to fall in the lava, and you were like, dry Bowser. You
It's
said it
getting
out
Dry
loud.
Bowser.
Yep.
Yeah, he falls in. Junior, distraught. You, my daddy.
My dad.
Turns out, no, we did. We got Dry Bowser. Dry Bowser is in the
So
movie.
cool.
The final battle, Dry Bowser, Bowser Jr., Mario, Luigi. We had some cool power ups. I know. Did you notice the Luigi got the cloud, Mario got the drill, and Yoshi he ballooned into his little blue fruit bubble.
Yeah. So were those are some of the things I wanted to ask about. Like, are those like in other games, or was that for the movie?
Those are Galaxy. Cloud is Galaxy. The blue fruit for Yoshi's Galaxy. And I want to say the drill. There's a drill in Galaxy, but that drill looked like Wonder Drill.
Oh, okay.
Mario
Gotcha.
Wonder.
Okay.
Because he had the drill on his head. In Galaxy, you like turn into a drill. So, but it looked like a combination of. I think it was more Wonder.
Okay.
Galaxy.
Really cool.
And then they're battling. Bowser had his paintbrush was so cool. I like the
The Bowser Jr. paintbrush was actually really
some
sick.
stuff.
Really cool weapon.
Then, the final pop off of the movie for me was they're losing the battle. Bowser Jr. gets the paintbrush, and who comes out? The dragon from Super Mario Odyssey. I was like, holy shit.
That was so
that
sick.
Was insane. That was so cool. Did not expect that.
That was incredible. I mean,
cool.
The whole like animation of it, like it actually looked really cool.
The dragon looks sick.
It looked super like big, bad, and scary. Like it was everything you'd want in like a final boss.
Yeah. Just amazing. And then Mario gets his final power up when things are looking dire and out of luck. He gets the red star, which is the galaxy power up, the red and black overall suit. Gives you flight. Defeats Bowser Jr. and Dry Bowser and saves the day.
Yay!
Happy ending. And then they get the final sequence where, they save the day, everybody's happy. Oh, let me skip over the final sequence with Peach and Rosalina. Rosalina's trapped in they touch the hands. Everything breaks, the power of sisterhood. Revitalizes the planet, right? Everything's like beautiful, turns grass and flowers. And then the day is saved, everybody's happy. And they go back. They want to see the Mushroom Kingdom. Luma want to see the Mushroom Kingdom. They come back and
that was so funny.
The castle's gone.
It's gone. Like, what did you do?
It was so funny. But this led to one of my favorite parts. Keep saying my favorite part, but as they went SMW, this is kind of like a Mario Maker style. They gotta build the castle back up, build the town Mushroom Kingdom back up, and they go to like an SMW art style, 16-bit.
Yep.
And the Rosalina sprite for that looks so good.
Oh my god, I noticed that too. I was like, oh, what if they make Mario Maker and then they put Rosalina in it?
SMW, or give me a new 2D. I don't know, 2D Mario with the 16-bit sprites. It looks so good.
Yeah, terrifying.
And that is the end. Or is it? Because we have 2 post-credit scenes.
Yes, 2 post-credit scenes, which I thought was amazing.
So we have a mid-credit scene first, and that one was the maximum security prison. Star Fox comes out, so I was like, oh, they bring Star Fox back again for
which
the
I loved.
Scene. He's leaving the prison, so maybe I don't know. He dropped. We go to the prison. This was in the final trailer where you see the Luma with the cop outfit banging on the thing.
Yep.
And Bowser Jr. and Dry Bowser in prison, and the Luma is giving his little creepy little speech of death and
despair. He was a weirdo, that Luma. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you, bro?
He was in the first one, yeah.
Oh man!
But that was a setup to the final post-credit scene. We got a tease, and they introduce Princess Daisy. Yep. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be disappointed.
I think so too.
I think people, and we talked about it on the podcast. Oh, we're gonna get Kirby, Samus, whoever. I think people thought like Wario or Waluigi.
You said that when we were waiting for the last scene. I think you said out loud, I think it'll be Wario like coming back, and I'm not shocked to see Daisy, but as soon as you and I both saw that glove hand, we both said out loud Daisy. And I even said, I was like, how did we not think of that? How did we not think of that?
Is she the third sister? What are we doing?
She's gotta be. Oh, there's gotta be some kind of third sister or cousin or something.
So obviously, like, I'm thinking, like, oh, you know, she's from Mario Land, the Game Boy game, her first introduction. That's like her only main game. So like, now if they're gonna do like the land, and that's how they bring in Wario was in Super Mario Land 2. So like, oh, maybe they're gonna incorporate Wario in some way.
Waluigi.
Maybe Waluigi.
Can't do Wario without Waluigi.
That's true. Yeah.
Not now, anyway.
Yeah. Obviously, this like definitely sets up. Obviously, it's gonna make $1 billion. They're definitely, obviously, they're setting up, you know, this is a franchise now. So
there is without a doubt going to be another movie.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So, but kind of like I said, overall, like I said, I loved it. Like I said, I give it a 9 out of 10. I had an amazing time with this movie. Just like as a Mario fan, just like I said, we kind of touched on all the references and Easter eggs and all the amazing characters and cast. Like, it was just a fun movie. I don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand. We talked about the depth of the story in these characters, but
it kills me when people like find a reason to hate on. I will be watching it again. Yeah, I don't get why people find a reason to hate on Mario or like something that's not like so majorly complex. Something can just be a really fun movie that everybody enjoys. And in this case, I was saying before, I do think that they showed a lot in the trailers that like they could have kept more stuff a secret, but I was so happy with what we got for big reveals, including the sisterhood and Daisy at the end and just everything. Like I just think overall it was such a fun experience in this movie. I think I may even have enjoyed this one more than the first one. I don't know, like if that's a profound statement.
Oh, me, I for sure.
Really? Yeah, for me too. Yeah, for me too.
Just so much more action. Everything was ramped up. Like it looked better. The music was better.
Yeah.
Like
not a boring moment. Not one.
Oh no! Like I said, the pacing was very fast, quick pace. You know, introduce these characters, boom, 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 keep it moving, and just nonstop, go, go, go. Which I said, some people, I mean, if you feel you want a little more substance or depth to your movie, I mean, I guess I understand that. But if you're just looking to if you want to have a good time, if you love, I said, if you're a Mario fan, you're gonna love this movie.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like, obviously, kids are gonna love this movie. If you're not a Mario fan, not into video games, I guess I don't know, and then. You know, it's an animated kids movie. I don't know why you're watching it. So obviously you're not gonna like this movie, but I think generally it is a fun movie to go watch, especially with AC. You have kids. If you're a fan of video games, I think it's a fun movie.
Awesome. Any other final thoughts here as we're wrapping up the episode?
Wrapping up, yeah. Our short
are never short.
I know. No, so that's it. Just I had a great time with the movie. Definitely recommend you checking it out if you're, like I said, Nintendo fan, Mario fan. And I had an amazing time recording this podcast.
Me too.
Like, oh yeah, like how long we been talking, like just breaking down into detail, like all the, you know, it was super fun. Guys, it was a fun episode.
If you enjoyed this very special episode of the podcast where we got into the movie side of video games, let us know and we'll do some more like this in the future. Fresh, this was your idea to do a dedicated Mario movie episode. So like, thank you for the suggestion. And thank you also, as always, for your time on the podcast. Where can our people find you?
You can find me at fresh64_ on Twitch. I do play a lot of Mario, a lot of Nintendo, and a variety of games. Right now I'm playing South of Midnight, actually.
Nice.
Really fun game. Very cool. We did play a little Mario Wonder, some of the Bella Park expansion, and we had a blast. We talked about maybe doing a few more, because we didn't even get to all the mini games.
It was such a blast.
There. Super fun though.
Yeah, great time. So. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, guys. Thank you for listening today. You can find me on twitch.tv/Ashley with 2 E's _FL. You go to ashleyfl.com, find everything that has to do with me. I play a lot of Mario also, a lot of Zelda, a lot of Nintendo stuff. Myself, you can go to Entering Endgame podcast.com as well. It's for anything Entering Endgame. Shoot us an email, enteringendgame@gmail.com. We would just love to hear from you. Until next time, y'all, thank you guys so much for listening to this special episode of Entering Endgame, and we will see you guys at the end of the month. Bye.
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 I was like, is anybody gonna clap? Like, is this a clapping type? Because I'm not gonna initiate the clap, but if they started clapping, I would have joined in with the clap. Is what I say. Would you have clapped?
No.
Oh my god, you're the worst.